I'm about to show you step by step how to create and sell your own custom children's books like the one I created here for free with AI. And you'll be able to make your own custom animations. The book will have that child's name in it. They can become the hero of their own story. Now listen, this is not just a cute idea. Take a look at this personalized book right here. It has over 2,000 sales and it has made $75,000 in the past 12 months. That's from just one book. Now this is another one that was listed just 5 months ago and it has already pulled in $35,700 again from that one book. So you could be making $700 or more by creating and selling these type of books, and I'm about to show you exactly how to do it. What's up guys, this is Monique and welcome back to the channel. I am back with the news you can use, as you can see. But first, if you are new here, hello, bonjour, hola, aloha, konnichiwa, wagwan, shalom, assalamu alaikum, jambo chao, namaste. Now listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, getting this up and running, it takes some strategy. But I have broken it down into 6 easy to follow steps so that by the end of this video you will be able to create and start selling these type of books. And because we have a lot to cover, I'm going to try to get through this quickly and we'll hop into the first thing that we need to do is to figure out the best topics. Now I hope you have your pen and paper and you are taking note, because when it comes to selling personalized children's books, you will find that the best age group to target is going to be those between 3 and 7. But let's be real, those kids are not the one that's pulling out those credit cards. So we are actually going to be targeting those parents and grandparents. So I made a list of what kind of books sell best, and you got your 3 main categories. There will be adventure, where a child could go on a magical journey, learning, letters, numbers, life lessons, and also bedtime stories. Now keeping that in mind, for us to actually figure out the exact type of book that we're going to create, we will be using AI, specifically my good friend ChatGPT. And ChatGPT is free for you to sign up. I will put a link down in the description in case you don't have an account, because if you don't have an account, I don't know why. But once you are logged in, we will go right here and type in, give me 10 simple best-selling personalized children's book ideas for ages 3 to 7 that parents would love to buy. Each story should feature the child's name and a fun adventure. Or if you want to do a bedtime story, you can say a fun bedtime story. And ChatGPT will give you a list of ideas and you can just go through those and you can choose which one you like best from there. And just like that, we already have the foundation to our book. We are on a roll and we're going to keep on rolling. Now let's create the actual story. And I'm telling you, this is probably going to be the easiest part. Why? Because we're going to let AI do that too. Now something to keep in mind that I have come across is when it comes to printed books, if you are selling this for print, then you want to make something that's at least 24 pages. Now you can also sell this as a digital download. You don't have to have a particular amount of pages, but you want it to be able to at least tell the full story, but something that's short enough to at least keep that child's attention. So this is the prompt I am entering in ChatGPT. Write me a 24-page bedtime story for a simple children's book about the magic pajamas of insert child's name. And this is where you will be able to get that name from the parent, and I'll tell you all about that later. But for now, I will just use the name Kelvin, and I'll say he's a 5-year-old boy, and you can personalize this however you want to. And just like that, once you hit enter, ChatGPT went to work and you have a complete personalized story. Now you definitely want to go through this and read it, because you want to make sure that this actually makes sense before you try to sell this to somebody. Now we are getting ready to get into my favorite part, which is creating the illustrations of the books, and I'm telling you, it is going to blow your mind. But before we even do that, let me put you on game to a step that's going to be extremely crucial to you being successful in selling these. You can already have a list of parents that are interested in buying your books the second it goes live. And how we are going to do something like this is going to be with the help of Omnisend. With Omnisend, you can collect emails from parents before you even finish your book, so that once you launch it, you already have a list of people that are ready to buy. And the best part about this, it is absolutely free to get started with Omnisend. You can just go down and click the link in my description, and once you are here, we are going to select start free, and then you'll just enter your info and make sure you select non-e-commerce, since we are just using it to collect emails. Once you are logged in, you'll just come up to the top and select forms. You'll choose preview and launch form, and they'll bring you to this very generic basic form, and you can use this, or what I do is close it out so that I can then go back to that create form tab, and it will show me the different templates that's available. I'll just pick one for this video, and what we'll do next is make sure we go to the theme settings, and what you want to select is landing page. And under the settings, you'll also be able to change the photo that they have here if you want to. You really don't have to. Now, if you have your cover page to some of your books already created, you can upload that, or you can go to another free site where you can use stock images like Pexels, and you can just type in maybe photos of kids with books, and you can download it, and then you'll just come back and replace the photo here. Other than that, you just want to go through the form and make sure it matches what you are doing. So I'll add personalized deals come to those who subscribe. And this is where you will be able to capture those emails, which we definitely want. But on this particular form, there's also a section for phone numbers, and what we are doing, I don't think it is necessary for us to get phone numbers, so we can just click this and delete it. But after that, we'll come down to the bottom and select the success form, because you want to go through each of these tabs and again make sure everything lines up. And once you're done, you'll be able to enable the form, and it will give you a link right here, and this link is your golden ticket. You will be sharing this everywhere you can to try to get people to sign up. You can create social media posts talking about the type of books that you're going to be creating and leave the links there. You can put the links in your bios, you can put links in descriptions of things, you can join groups in Facebook for parents, and you can leave links in there if they allow you to. Share with your friends, just send this thing out everywhere. But once people click on that link, this is what it looks like. This is what we just created in Omnisend. So now that we have that part complete, I want to get into my favorite part, which is creating those illustrations. So this is where Midjourney is going to come in. Now, I know I've been doing a lot of things for free. Midjourney is not free. I want to be upfront with that and let you know. But you can get a basic plan of Midjourney for only $10 a month. Now, before you say anything, hold up. Let me show you what this thing is able to do. So once you've created your account and logged in, first thing we're going to do is find the style of illustrations we want our book to have. So we can come up to this search bar and type in maybe kids bedtime stories. If you're doing kids adventure stories, whatever kind of story you are doing, then type that in here. You can even just type in kids or kids animations, children's book illustration. So these are all of the different illustration styles that other users have created. Now, once you find the type of images you like, what we are going to do is go down to the bottom here, and we want to select use image. This step is crucial with Midjourney so that we can try to keep the same style and character details across the entire book. Now let's get to generating these illustrations. Now, instead of you having to think of this stuff and try to come up with descriptions of each page manually, we are going to use ChatGPT and ask it to create detailed prompts based on our story. And it is going to write out a prompt that you can use in Midjourney to create your illustrations for every single page. And so we can just go to the first prompt, we'll copy it, and then we'll come over to Midjourney and paste it in here. Then in a few seconds, Midjourney is going to do its thing, and it'll provide you multiple variations of different photos to choose from. Or if you don't like it, you can always go back to ChatGPT and ask it to create another prompt, or you can tweak the prompt yourself. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to go with this one. And this time I'm going to use the image of what it just created, and I'm going to go to the next prompt. I'm going to copy it and paste it in here, and I'll hit enter. And you can see how it kind of flows. It won't be exactly the same, but it is pretty darn close and it looks really good. I want to know what you think about it. Comment animation down below if you think that this looks pretty good. But you'll go through and repeat that entire process for every single prompt. And at this point, we are ready to put this book together. And to do that, we'll be using Canva. So we are back on the free side of things. So if you don't have an account with Canva, you can go ahead and make a free account. And once you are logged in, we will come up to the top to create design. And we're going to go to custom size. And I'll change these units to inches, and I will put in 8.5 by 8.5. That's going to give you a square book, and that's a common style of children's book to create. If you want to make another style, you can always just ask ChatGPT for popular sizes of children's book. And now that we have our blank canvas, we are ready to start making magic happen with our manuscript. And a manuscript is just the inside of the book. So in Midjourney, you will have to download your photos. You can just hit that download button and then come back over to Canva, and you will drag and drop it in here. It's going to upload, and then you'll drag and drop it onto the first page. You can stretch it to make sure it fits, and that's it for that part. But next we will have to add the text that goes on this page. So we'll go over to ChatGPT and grab page 1 text, and we can just come here and copy and paste it right onto here. Now you want to try to make sure you put it in a light area of the photo that is readable. If the photo is dark, you can always come to the elements in Canva, add a shape, and you can change the color to white and just add the text in here. You can change the transparency of this, and you can bring it down just to make it, you know, look a little better. Now when it comes to the font, you want to make sure you have something that's easy to read so that the parents and the kids can enjoy the photos. And here's a list of a few of them. They have the Fridoka one. I may be saying that wrong, but she Fridoka today. They have Baloo, Bajon. I don't know. This is a list, y'all, but you can pick one of these, or you can again ask ChatGPT for which ones are best to go with. And you want to make sure that the size is a good enough size to read, but you don't want it to be so jumbled that it takes over the entire photo. But that's all it is to the process. Just uploading the image, filling it in a page, and copying and pasting text. I told you this is going to be something that anyone can do. Now something that you can do for me if you are enjoying this video is go ahead on and give it a thumbs up, because that helps me out like I'm trying to help you out. Let's go. So now moving right on to the next thing. You can actually create the cover photo for your book right here inside of Canva as well. But keep this in mind. What you're going to have to do is go and create another design. And depending on where you will be uploading this photo, if you're doing it for print, the size that you need for your cover photo is going to vary. You may have to put in a 17.5 by 8.75. I know Amazon has certain dimensions for their cover photos. If you are using a printer like Lulu Direct, they will have certain dimensions. So depending on what route you take, you'll just have to go and figure out those dimensions. I'm just putting 17.5 by 8.75 just to show you how this works. But on the right side of this page right here is going to be the front cover of the book. On the left will be the back. Again, this is for print. If you are doing a digital download, you can just keep the front page the same size as what was for the manuscript, the 8.5 by 8.5. And then you'll just go ahead and upload the front cover photo, and you'll drag and drop it on here, stretch it, make sure it is on the right half, and you can leave the back plain, or you can just copy and add the photo again on the other side, and you can turn down the transparency of it. It's so many different ways for you to do it, and you'll add your text to it, make it nice and simple. Now I will let you know, doing a digital download will probably be your easiest option to do. The other way will require some more steps, but you can do it all again if you want to. Now that we have completed the book, what we will have to do now is figure out where we are selling it, which I feel the best place for you to sell these type of books is going to be on Etsy, especially if they are personalized books. You can also just create kids books. They don't have to be custom, and you can sell those on Etsy also, but those I would probably try to target Amazon KDP, and it's free to sign up for Amazon KDP. But I just want to show you how to do this with Etsy, and you can get started with Etsy for free if you use the link down below in my description. That'll get you 40 free listings for your Etsy Etsy shop. This means you can list your first 40 books without paying anything up front. Now, I know when it comes to setting up an Etsy shop, that can seem really overwhelming, but that's why I went ahead and created a guide so that it can walk you through step by step how to set up your shop and get it ready to start rolling. So I will also have that link down in the description for you to do that too. But when it comes to you adding this book to Etsy, these are some of the things that you want to make sure you keep in mind. First of all, when you are creating your new listing, you are going to upload a sample image of your book. You can add the cover and maybe a few pages of the inside of it so that they can kind of get an idea of what it will look like. Now, when it comes to the title, that's going to be extremely important. You can ask ChatGPT to help you with the title, or you can go and look at titles of other successful books like some of them we've seen and make sure we use that. You definitely want to make sure you are including personalized children's book, custom name storybook, maybe kids bedtime story gift. You want to play on the things that people are searching for. That's the only way you are going to get found. And yes, you can be found as somebody who has absolutely no audience, who's just starting out. You just have to be strategic with this thing, and the title is extremely important with you targeting those folks. Now, when it comes to setting your price, you want to set this anywhere between, I've seen on average it's about $30. You got to realize if you are doing print books, it's going to cost more, because in order for you to have it printed, you will have to pay whoever is printing it for it to be printed. You're printing this in color, that's going to cost a little bit more. So you want to make sure that you are making a profit from this. So that's why you will find that many of these books are $30, $40, $50. Now, when it comes to the personalized part of you getting sales, you can actually enable Etsy's personalization feature so that buyers will be able to submit their child's details. Another way that a lot of people do it is they may have the option for you to submit like one detail, maybe the child name, but after you get the sale, they'll let the buyer know in the description of it that they will be receiving an email with further instructions. So then you can communicate with them that way to get the details if you're doing it custom. But if you do it the way where you're just changing a few details to every book, you can just put the personalizations right here inside of Etsy. And you also want to make sure your description has a lot of keywords in it too to help you to get those sales. Now, I'm sure you are wondering, well, Monique, how in the world am I going to get these books printed, because I can't use my printer at home? You can actually use print companies to do this. One of them that I know that works pretty well is going to be Lulu Direct. They are able to print books one by one, which is important because you could do a print on demand company where they will just print your books as soon as you get an order, but those will be more so for books that's not custom, that don't have to have any changes made to it unless you are using one of the providers that allows personalizations, which they do have some out there. But Lulu Direct is something that can integrate with Etsy. So when a customer enters orders, then you can change your book and then you'll upload it into Lulu and have it printed and have them to ship it to them. And getting set up with Lulu Direct is pretty simple. You can create a free account with them. I'll put the link to this down in the description, and from there you'll be able to set up everything, upload what you need. You can actually create the cover photos to your books right here inside of Lulu Direct as well, instead of doing it in Canva. That way you'll know exactly what the dimensions are. You'll be able to add your photos on the right side, like they have lines on there to show you where everything will be. So it just makes it all easier for you to do it that way. Now, that's when it comes to the print books. If you are just doing digital downloads on Etsy, that makes life even easier. All you will have to do is enter that same info as far as putting examples of what the cover page and the inside of the book will look like, just a few pages so that they can get a little sneak peek of it. You can still add the personalization to it so that they can enter the details, and you want to make sure that the title is still there. The only difference here is you are going to select that you are doing a digital download, but you'll be able to upload the files, or you can email them right on over to the customer, because you will have to personalize it again. So I really do hope this helps you out. I always try to find good ways for you to make money, because we all need to be out here making them together. There was so much more that we could actually talk about. There were many more details that I could have went into, but I didn't want to overwhelm you. If you are interested in a part 2 of this, just comment down below part 2 and I will try to bring that to you. But other than that, I I know that this is an amazing way for you to make money. I believe that you will be successful at this. Please come back and update me. Let me know all about your journey with creating these custom kids books, or just kids books in general. And you don't have to do custom kids books. You can do kids books, but I just said custom kids books because those are not as saturated as kids books. You are more likely to get sales in that one than the other, but you can still get sales in both. So you can just pick which way you want to go. The custom ones are going to be a little bit more advanced, require more work. The ones that are not can be easier and quicker to get done. But I thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we are out. Peace.